cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I know the last video was really rough, and this one, well, it won't sound quite as rough. But we're going to take a look a little deeper into energy and shit hitting the fan. Which one do you want? Do you want energy? I do. That's my car going down the road. That's my truck going down the road. That's my bike going down the road. That's like turn the lights on, right? Little refrigerators working. I love it. Or do you want SHTF? Well, we're not going to get what we want. Hopefully they don't destroy everything. But John Kerry, that's right, John F. Kerry, former presidential candidate, former this, former that. Well, he's still part of the government. He says, we absolutely don't need to drill for more oil. We absolutely don't need to drill for more oil. Did you know that? That's what he says. We don't need to drill for more oil, right? This private jet, limousine liberal asshole of a socialist says that when asked what his message would be to oil and gas workers who are seeing into their livelihoods because of, Joe Biden's war on oil, energy, and everything else. This is what he says, quote, what President Biden wants to do is make sure that those folks have better choices, that they can be the people to go to work to make the solar panels. Okay, meatball Kerry, are oil and gas workers high-tech, electronic, solar power engineers? And if they were, do they have the cash to buy the land, build a facility, bring in the manufacturing equipment, buy the oil products that are needed to manufacture solar panels? Do oil workers have such high-tech manufacturing equipment that their cost of production will be competitive with China that uses cheap slave labor to build their solar panels? And again, where will that energy come from to power these manufacturing facilities to make USA manufactured solar panels? America, right now, we are facing an energy shortage, whether it's oil, gas, right, or electricity. America already faces an energy shortage, and the nation is threatened with rolling electrical blackouts. Answer us, John Kerry, you elite snob. Folks, this seems like a joke, a sick joke, right? There's no help for America with Democrats destroying our infrastructure and our economy. In 10 years or less, 5 if they have their way, the United States of America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, will be a third world country unless something real is done right now before the destruction is beyond repair. John Kerry's quote, "We absolutely don't need to drill for more oil." Well, then what's the solution? The difference between what I hear experts talking about, real experts that understand monetary policy and how to have a sound currency, and what politicians say are absolutely different. The fake money we have now, the fiat money that is based on nothing, the government can print all at once and give that to its buddies. And that's how they're enriching themselves. As everyone else goes broke, me and you, they enrich themselves so that we have to sell what we own so that they can own it all. With real money that's based on, commodity-backed things like a gold, silver, our ability to produce, so many tons of this and so many board feet of that, whatever your currency is based on, if it's real and it can be pointed to, then it has value. If you're not allowed to print more money than what you have in commodity reserves, right, then people like government is constrained. They can't deficit spend in the trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. And they can't spend entitlement money without their fake money. With real money, they can't use entitlement spending to buy votes, to secure their power so that they can become more wealthy and enrich their good buddies and corporations that are pumping money into their campaigns so they can pump money into their banks. This needs to be fixed, folks. Energy is no different. You can't keep promising and promising that we're going to have all of this growth and all of this future money if they're not going to give us the energy to do things with. So now it takes twice the human energy, 2 times, to buy that same gallon of gas that you bought last year. That means you have to work 40 hours times 2. You have to work 80 hours a week to have the same buying power as you did last year when we see 100% inflation. We can't keep up. You can't do it. That's what they're promising us. John Kerry, we absolutely don't need to drill for more oil. And this idea, folks, that oil roughnecks, drillers, men who use muscle to get the job done, as well as their minds, are all of a sudden going to become high-tech, solar power, electronic engineers. And that somehow these high-tech, super well-educated, big expense in education and building facilities, we're going to compete with a country that uses a slave labor population. It's not going to happen. We're not going to domestically build solar panels in a world economy where China is running everything and, folks, Europe is owned by Russia over its energy crisis. Who owns America over the energy crisis? Where does all of our domestic energy get sent to? Overseas. Biden released more oil out of the strategic reserves yesterday. And where is it going? And more importantly, maybe, is when they need to replenish that, refill those strategic reserves. Where is that going to come from? And how much is it going to cost? Don't worry, though. John Kerry will be able to fly his private jets wherever he needs to. Same with Al Gore or Zark Zuckerberg. Don't worry, George Soros can fly wherever he wants around the world in his private jet, burning all the fuel he wishes, because the difference between $10,000 and $20,000 in fuel, it doesn't matter to the man. What does he give a shit how much it costs to fly? He has the government just printing money off. We need energy to grow food. We need energy for transportation. We need energy to pump and move water. We need energy, folks, to live in our homes. We need energy to produce all the goods that we need in life, including our self-defense. It takes energy to do everything. And they're taking that away from us. And the more energy they take away, the more of a shortfall we have, the greater the threat of having violence on the streets. Around the world, their little experiment has proven itself correct. Take away food, you get riots. Take away energy, you get riots. Have the currencies fail, you get riots. You get SHTF. And with SHTF, riots and violence, you get more authoritarian governments. Now, whether that government is in line with the United States or Europe is something completely different. But you're certainly going to get a great reset in who is governing, because they will and should rightly be blamed for what is happening, for failing their own countries. And the same goes for the United States of America. Our politicians have failed. They failed to look at short-term consequences. They have failed to look at midterm and long-term consequences of their decisions. This entire ESG, environmental social governance, I thought would go away in year one, because I could see it was farcical. It was a joke. It was a sham. That it was not sustainable. It wouldn't produce good results. And we're already seeing that. It's not working. It's not producing good results. Yet they push harder and faster. They're cutting our oil because they think we can just go to electricity while there's no electricity being produced and no infrastructure to support it, even if it was. So what does that mean? If those aren't going to work, that means SHTF, folks. Are you prepared? God bless America. Semper Fi. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, ding, because the next time we talk, we're going to have a lot more of these topics ready for you. I'll see you then.